Recently, the World Economic Forum unveiled a significant revelation, identifying the top 4 risk factors with profound implications for the global economy within the next decade, all stemming from the climate change crisis. Research conducted by experts indicates that the climate crisis could lead to a staggering 5% annual reduction in global GDP over the course of 50 years. Previously, economic development often took precedence over environmental concerns, but there has been a paradigm shift, recognizing that responding effectively to the climate crisis is now a crucial measure to safeguard the economy. The impact of the climate disaster has been alarmingly severe. Over the past 2 decades, the world has incurred a staggering loss of approximately $29 trillion, roughly 3,7,200 trillion Korean won, as a consequence of heat waves. At present, Korea is already grappling with about 4 trillion Korean won in losses annually from natural disasters, but experts predict this figure could skyrocket to as much as 24 trillion Korean won within the next 30 years. Climate disasters have even resulted in instances where economic activities came to a complete halt. For example, in Sichuan Province, China, last year, the severity of drought and heatwaves led to 16,500 companies shutting down due to power shortages. The repercussions were far-reaching, causing sharp declines in related stock values and exerting a significant negative impact on the global economy as well as the financial well-being of countless investors and households. These examples highlight the urgency of addressing the climate crisis to protect both the environment and the economy from further devastating consequences. This year, due to Super El Niño, extreme droughts, floods, and heat waves are impacting all over the world, and according to a study, El Niño will damage the world's economy by about 4,000 trillion Korean won by 2029. El Niño is when the water temperature of Peru and Ecuador of South America's tropical sea is higher than usual. But due to global warming, the range of change has increased greatly. The climate crisis is related to inflation, including the agflation. Agflation is a compound word of agriculture and inflation, and means a phenomenon that the general price is increased due to the increase in grain price. Recently, there are some concerns that the global rice price will be skyrocketed because there was flood damage in India, which takes up 40% of the global rice export market. Also, the damage due to heat waves and drought is very serious. This year, the energy price, including natural gas, soared because the amount of electricity used has increased as a result of heat waves. Additionally, there are failures in providing a workforce because many workers are suffering from heat-related illnesses. The International Labour Organization announced that the global working time will be decreased by 2% every year by 2030 due to heat waves. This is the same damage as the disappearance of about 80 million full-time jobs. Some people predict that it would be getting harder to acquire raw materials including copper and lithium since forest fires and landslides are occurring due to drought and heat waves in Chile and Peru. The World Economic Forum said that the climate-environment crisis would be the key part of the global risk perceptions for 10 years from now, and we're not prepared for this crisis the most yet. We need to cooperate to respond to the climate crisis globally because various risks keep occurring because of the climate crisis.